Hey there, welcome everybody. We've got a treat for you today. If you're a guest on here, we're grateful that you're here. You'll be thankful that you're here. You might want to text the person that invited you and just say, hey, thanks for inviting me, because you're going to hear some information that's potentially life-changing for you. And we're very, very excited about that. Today is the 29th of February. This is our all Africa, actually into Europe, and what different parts of the world, international Zoom, if you will. Okay, so we're glad you're here. I'll tell you a little bit about myself in a minute, but before I do that, I'm going to introduce you to Miss Lexi Stevens from the beautiful state of Texas, USA. Take it away, Lexi.
Thank you, Mitch. Yes, I'm here in Houston, Texas, and I want to touch back on the leap year thing. I don't know if everybody realizes today is leap year day and how perfect, because this opportunity we're about to show you could be the thing that leaps your life into serious fruitfulness and action. This opportunity, y'all, is something that is good for everybody. We're all in a place right now where we need solutions. And the great thing about MPGXtreme, which stands for Marketplace Global, is we are a place of solutions. This is a real business with real people, like the slide says right there. We are going global. We are based out of the States. And this is a ticket to your financial freedom. Like the slide says here, don't expect to see change if you don't make one. And so we always tell people over and over, the first sign of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different result. If you're in a place right now where your life is stuck or stagnant, or you're needing extra help financially, but you haven't changed anything, then this is your clue. Now's the time to start changing. That's what happened for me. I'll give you a little bit of background for me. My name is Lexi Stevens again. My direct sponsor is Jason. He contacted me before we started the company, and I was in a place of traveling a lot and I used a lot of fuel. And he happened to have the solution to a problem that I was running into. I traveled from Texas to Arizona by car in my minivan, often and frequently, because I have family over there that I have to take care of. And the price of gas had just spiked. And Jason called me about this company that was getting ready to open with a solution to a fuel economy issue that I was having. And so I listened, of course. And here I am, a year and a half later. I helped start the company. Everybody you see on the screen here has been a pioneer, just like you can be with us today. So please, please, please listen to what we're going to be telling you today. It could be a big change for you. As far as when you are looking for a company in the network marketing industry, there's main things you want to look at. Number one is going to be the owners, the people running it. And if you look at the screen right here, we've got Randy and Kathy Tynert. They've been experienced manufacturers and in the MLM business for over 25 years. This picture you see is our actual office. We have an actual office with our own warehouse space with room to grow into that warehouse space. So we don't even have to make a big move in the future as we grow, which is nice. So they're thinkers and they plan ahead. That's what you need to know, and that's what you want to look for. Let's keep going with this one. Oh, one thing I also want to point out real quick about our office, you can call, this is number two thing you look for, an actual customer service line. You can get an email customer service, and real people in an office work for us in our company as customer service. That is the second thing you should always look for in a network marketing company. Let's keep going. All right, and now why now? This is the third thing, y'all. Timing. If you look at this slide, this is what I call a hockey stick curve, this red line here, where you kind of have slow growth in the beginning. You're just barely starting as a startup. And then you hit that place that's called the tipping point. Starts to really climb, momentum starts to gain, and then it goes critical mass, straight up. Y'all, we are where the red arrow is before the tipping point, right there. There's no better time in a company to capture what we call market share. You can get into this company at any time, even after we hit the stability phase, and still make a lot of money because our comp plan is so great. And we'll get to that here in a second. But if you want market share, you want the big difference, the big change. We're talking massive, big change in your life and the people around you. Now's the time. I cannot stress that enough, especially with some other new things that are happening within our own company that I can't tell you about yet. But just if you're listening, you want to listen to Saturdays live. We have a Zoom. You want to be on it. Big announcements coming. Okay, let's move forward. And by the way, this is a year and a half. Most companies do fail in their first year. We're already past that and we're doing great. Okay, moving on. International markets, like I said earlier, we do, if you look at everything on the screen there, we're actually, does it have, oh, it does, it has been updated. We've got Rwanda, and I know we just also opened Romania. Is that one on there too yet? I don't see it. But we have more than even what you see on the screen, is my point to this. We were in 22, now 23, 24, I believe, countries. Is that the right number, Mitch? Yep, 22, 24, okay. And growing. We just brought on a wonderful person to help us who is experienced over 20 years in overseas markets to help us with our expansion overseas. So y'all, this is going to be big. All right, moving forward. And you have our MPG country coordinators. So obviously there's us in the States. I already told you about our home office, our base team. And then you have outside of our office in the US, there in your countries, our coordinators. We've got Joel in Nigeria, Chris in Ghana, Rebecca in Mexico, another Joel again in Philippines, and Andrea in South Africa. All wonderful, y'all. These people, we are so grateful for them. We have a great staff of people to help y'all there. Coming soon is India. This is going to be huge. If you know anybody in India and you're even thinking about this, reach out to them. Now's the timing. There's
maybe even another couple of African countries. Tune in on Saturday.
Yeah, tune in on Saturday. Big news coming. Just saying, lots of good stuff that we can't say today. But if you show up on Saturday, you will get to hear all about it. So just know that. I mean, and back to the slide that he was just looking at, there's 1.4 billion people in India, y'all. Enough for everybody. Enough for everybody. Okay, moving forward. Our product lines, you'll see kind of in the middle of the screen there where the premium X caps it says, though that is our flagship product right there. This is what we launched with and we started with, and it is a standalone product. We actually, this product is run on its own as its own company in the past. That's what we call a standalone product. It is a super awesome product, and I have a great testimony I'll tell you about it in a second. But this is what's going to help you with your fuel economy. We have it for regular car sizes. We have the mini motos for like motorcycles and whatnot. And then we also have the trucker comes for the bigger tanks. Then you see the healthy coffee line. Again, that is a whole nother standalone product line. A whole company was built just with this product alone. And actually our product is an improved product upon the past one. And it works. My sister's already lost 30 pounds. I'll tell you more about it later. Then, of course, we also have healthy home products in our back office. And I want to point this out to y'all. If you're in another country from the US, we will always start in the country with a digital product, which I'll show you in a second. And then we also have the gas taps. The gas taps will be the first product we launch with. And because it's, like I said, our flagship. And also because it's not edible. So it's easier to get the clearances that we needed in those countries. And then we'll bring in the coffee and then our other back office products. And back to the X caps. Let me just talk about that for a second. This, again, flagship product. It already ran in the past. It did fabulous worldwide. Everybody loves this product. It works very well. It has a 35-year track record. And it is fully insured, y'all. This is a big deal. So what that means is if you talk to somebody who's scared about putting this into their vehicle, they can be rest assured they're covered. Every vehicle who uses this product is insured up to $1 million. So they're covered. no problems there. And we've never had a claim on that policy yet. So again, rest assured, this is tried and true. I've been using it for 1.5 years in all of my vehicles, and it's fine. And it works great. Again, I'll tell you my testimony in a second, but it works in all of the things that you see here: cars, trucks, motorcycles. In the other countries, you've got the KKs, the tuk-tuks. Everybody runs on generators. I know in a lot of the African countries, this is a solution to your fuel economy issues. I know that a lot of people need this right now. Depending on what country you're in, you've probably been experiencing, I know in Nigeria has had a lot of inflation. This can help all of those things. Let's move forward. And weight loss, again, that second standalone product that I was talking about, the coffee and weight loss, that's $170 billion industry. Huge, huge industry. And we can capture a great piece of that market because it works. It works really well. And if you don't like coffee, we have it in the caps. So just keep that in mind. What my sister does is she drinks 1 cup of the coffee in the morning and switches to her regular coffee. And then in the afternoon, because it's not just for weight loss, it's also good for focus and clarity and mental health because it's got the lion's mane mushrooms in it and a lot of good nootropics. She takes another cap at lunchtime to keep her focus throughout her workday. And she swears by it. She won't go without it ever again. And keep, stay tuned for the future. Just saying, you never know. There might be some other flavors coming out. You never know. And then the other digital product that I referenced a minute ago is the Extreme Travel AI. We will start every country with this. It is a wonderful product. It is a membership, just like Costco. You have to have a membership fee in order to be able to participate in their wholesale goods, right? It's the same thing with our membership with the Travel AI, but it gathers all of the data because it's AI. So it's going to pull from even the other sites people are used to looking at, like Expedia, all of those other sites, and it will tell you out of everything what is the best deal for you right now. Plus, we get some private curated trips that only you get with our membership. It's all inclusive and so much fun. I could go on and on about it, but I'll kind of leave it at that. Just know it is a standalone product that whole companies have been built just on that one product alone. And then these are non-opinion products, y'all. Something that you don't have to take a picture and say, did it really work? Compare one face to the other, like if it's a skincare product or something. This is fact-based, data-based solution products. My sister, lost 30 pounds. Andrew Burling, who is one of the founders of our company, was it 60 now? 65 pounds he's lost? Those are facts, y'all. This stuff works. And before I go on, okay, testimonials. I'll go ahead and give you my testimonial. I used the gas caps for the first time in my Toyota Sienna minivan. It's a 2010, and I already had 96,000 miles on it. Oh, sorry, 196,000 miles on it. And I went from Texas to Arizona. I did a 267-mile trip on flat terrain through West Texas. And I used one of those devices that the mechanics use. It's called an OBD2 port reader. That's the little doohickey that they plug in underneath your dashboard to find out like why your check engine light comes on, from the car. It reads all of the data from your car, not just that check engine light. So I use that to know my fuel economy, emissions, and my temperature readings, everything. And my temperature reading actually went down. My fuel economy went from 23 miles per gallon to 31.3 miles per gallon. Now I'll translate that into what it did for me kilometer wise. Basically, I got an extra 267 kilometers out of that one tank of gas that I would not normally get before. So that's huge. And in US dollars, it basically saved me $24.64, including the cost of that one tablet, which was $2 wholesale, that I put into my fuel tank that day. It works, y'all. That's data-based fact right there. So let's see, anybody, let's see, who do I have? I think, is UK on today or Eileen? Eileen, can you come up and give me, if you can, if you're available, a little bit of a testimony on the coffee and on the X caps, if you can? Are you available to unmute yourself? Mitch, did you unmute her?
Yeah, I asked her to unmute. Can you hear us, Eileen? If so, feel free to unmute. Okay, we can come back to
If not,
Eileen.
yeah, we can come back. How about Dee Dee?
All right, let's get a brief testimonial. Let's see, where are you at, Dee Dee?
There's UK. UK's available too.
Okay, let's go to UK and then try Eileen one more time, okay?
Let's do UK. UK,
right.
the beautiful face.
UK, there you are.
There you are, UK. You've had fantastic results with the coffee, and I would love for you to tell us all about it.
Oh my goodness. Hi everybody. My name is Yuka. I don't know what's happening to my video. Yeah, my name is Yuka. I'm in Houston, Texas. And my quick testimony is I started the coffee January of last year with weighing 205 pounds. And as of now, I'm weighing 160 something. I've lost 40 pounds already with the coffee. The coffee tastes good. It makes me feel energetic. It makes me feel good. It doesn't taste bad. I am so excited with this coffee, and I can't wait for it to go to other countries, especially Nigeria.
Woo-hoo! And I can tell y'all, if you haven't seen UK before, if you're new to this presentation, we have all seen the change in her face over time. Her biggest thing is she said she wanted to get rid of her double chin and wear the black dress. Is this the black dress?
Black dress, yes.
It is the black dress?
It could not even go through my shoulders, but now it's fitting very well.
Oh, yeah.
That's my black dress. That's my
I love her. She's wearing the black dress. That was her goal, y'all, to wear this black dress. So I'm very excited about it. Awesome, UK. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me share.
Absolutely. We love you. Wow. Okay, let's see. Is there anybody? I'm looking through the list to see. Okay, Dee Dee, you want to pop on for a quick second?
All right, let me see here if we can get Dee Dee. Yeah, just let's see if you could do a.
Thank you. I had to unmute. I'm at the doctor's office right now, but you can't see that because I have a background.
Give us a quick second on a couple of the products, would you?
Absolutely. So for me, it wasn't immediate. When I was first offered this opportunity, I took a while to think about it. First time I said no. As soon as I said yes and I started using the products, I regretted so much not having used it earlier. So let me tell you how wonderful this product has been on my 2014 Mini Cooper. It is rated for about 383 miles per tank. And I was getting 410. By the third X cap into the tank, I was getting 620. So that's huge. That is way performing. And the difference is I was not using premium fuel any longer. So that's an additional savings of money right away. My car is a European car. It's a BMW, Mini Cooper. So that those cars are very particular. I can tell you there's been no check engine light. The power is insane. It drives smoothly. I am so excited. And what gets me really happy is that I can talk with confidence about these products to anybody I know they're going to work. They're working for people all over the world, and they'll work for your people too. So definitely feel confident in what you have in your hands, not just to save money, but to build a huge business. Back to you.
Awesome. Thank you, Dee Dee. You rock. So again, these are facts, y'all. It works. There's just no other way around it. And so next we're going to talk about probably another reason you're here is to find out about the income opportunity. And for that, I'm going to hand that over to Jason or Mitch. Who wants to go up first?
Yeah, that'll be me. I'll go first, and then we'll bring Jason and Mike in here.
Awesome.
Lexi, amazing job. Amazing.
Thank you, Mitch.
Thank you and happy birthday. Everybody say happy birthday to Lexi. She is 29 today. All right. Okay. Forever 29, she says. So, hey, welcome everybody. My name is Mitch. I'm in beautiful Northwest Arkansas, USA, kind of smack in the middle of the country. Right below Missouri, for those of you that aren't familiar too much with the US. But I saw this opportunity, I don't know, I guess it's about 16 months ago now. My good friend Michael Renz reached out to me and he was so excited. My background actually is in real estate. I'm also in the car business with my son. And I bought over 200 cars in the last 24 months. Kind of interesting fact. But when Mike called me, he couldn't tell me what it was. I mean, they had this, he called me up. He said, well, we're going to launch this company. I said, what is it? Well, I can't tell you. What do you mean you can't tell me? He said, I can't tell you because I'm under a non-disclosure. Can you imagine your friend contacting you and saying you need to be part of a company or a big opportunity coming and they can't tell you what it is? Well, that's the way it was for me. And I said, you know what, Mike, I'm in. Yeah, the day it opens, just call me, let me know. Okay, and I'm in. Okay, so I gave him my commitment. And it's the rest is history, really. I got some of the product. I initially it was just the X caps. And after about the third or fourth tank, started getting a significant increase in my mileage, more run time, if you will, more miles, more Ks for those of you that are not here in the US. And it was pretty obvious that it works. You know, this has a track record. Again, like Lexi said a minute ago, you know, this is not, the jury is not out on the products. Our products are non-opinion proven products. You can say all you want, well, I got to try it to see if it works for me. It does work for you. It works for everybody. It's just a matter of how much it works. Does that make sense? All right. So what I want to do is I'm going to talk about this fantastic income opportunity. I see some of my friends from, I see South Africa on here. I see Nigeria on here. I wouldn't be surprised if Ghana was on here. So before I go into the money part here, I just want to bring to your attention this income disclosure. If you want to pause right now, if you're watching this as a recording and read the whole thing, you go right ahead. But what this basically says is there's no guarantees of income. Your work ethic, we don't know your work ethic. We don't know if you're going to jump right on this and take off or if you're not going to do anything. We don't know any of that. So there is no guarantees of income. But what? There's no guarantees in life. There's no guarantees in life either. But I will tell you this, there's no limit on the income that you can make if you decide to get to work. This is I met this gentleman years ago. Most of you may be a little too young for that. I'm not sure, especially Lexi, but I met this gentleman, Zig Ziglar, once, and he said this quote, and this is why I put it in here. Money isn't the most important thing in life, but it's reasonably close to oxygen on the gotta have it scale, right? You gotta have it. If you don't have money, things are bad. Now, I do recognize that the economy, listen, the economy is bad in the US. It's a whole nother level of bad in some of the other countries. Nigeria is a perfect example. But what I'm seeing in a lot of countries is I'm seeing people whining and complaining about the situation, but not doing anything to fix it. Okay? Does everybody need to buy gas or diesel, petrol, right? Yes, of course. Fuel, right? Everybody needs to buy fuel, whether you're using generators or driving cars or trucks or motorcycles or tuk-tuks, whatever the heck it is. Okay? So let me tell you something. A gentleman, Daniel, in a few days' time, is the very first platinum in Ghana. You heard that right. Some of you have known about this for months. This gentleman just joins platinum, just like that, because he got to work. So what is normal? What is normal for people? What is normal these days? Too much debt, not enough money, lack of savings, stressed out, time broke, rarely vacation. You know, when Lexi was talking about the travel, you know, what comes to mind to me is why do people not travel? Money. They don't have the money, right? But if you had the money, would you travel? Absolutely. They're unhappy in general. That's what I'm seeing online all over the place. No retirement plan. Most people are going to die in poverty, and they have no additional income source. They go to their job, they get paid, they spend that money, they got nothing left, and they got no additional income. So you might ask, why are people not living their dreams? Well, it's just that we haven't been taught that in school. You know what I mean? People just don't teach. They teach you go get a job or go get an education and go to work, but it doesn't work out so smoothly many times, right? So having that additional income stream is very, very important. So we have, what is leveraged income? We have different types of income. We got instant income, we got leveraged income, we got residual income. Okay. Now we got the instant income, which there's no slide here, but basically, you can get our products, buy them, sell them at a profit, and instant income. Leveraged income. What is that? That is making a percentage off of other people's efforts. Okay. This is a great quote. Jason hit on it last week quite a bit. I would rather earn 1% off of 100 people's efforts than 100% of my own. Because what happens, let's say, for example, you've got all these obligations, right? You got family and all this stuff, whatever you have. You get sick, you can't work. But let's just, we know what happens. You have no more money, right? In this particular case, you build this and you've got a team of, say, 10 to 100 people. And let's just say they're putting in 20 hours a week each, and it's 100. That's 2,000 work hours, people putting effort into a business, to your business as a team that you can get paid on. And basically, your team helped you do in a week what it would have taken you a year to do yourself. Crazy. Okay. So that's leveraged income, making a percentage off of other people's efforts. If you ever wonder why, people get hold of these products, makeup or juices, or any different thing that sell through direct sales network marketing, why do they get so excited? Because they've had a glimpse into that type of an income and how much it could be. Crazy. Jason, stay tuned. I'm calling on you on the next slide. So, just a heads up. So what's residual income? Okay, so you got that leveraged income, right? Then you got residual income. Residual income is income you continue to earn based on efforts that you put forth initially, right? In the beginning. And you get paid over and over and over. So the income is based on the sale of products. You got to remember that. The sale of products. And this is the reason why consumable products are the best products in network marketing. I mean, how many times have you seen like all these scam things come through your country? How many times? People fall for that stuff all the time. Easy money, get rich quick, right? Put in your money and you're going to get this much return all the time. I've got many, many friends in Nigeria and Kenya and all over the place that have fallen for those scams. Okay, but once you come across a company that has real leveraged and residual income and you can do it, right? We know you can do it. Other people have done it, right? We've got, let's see, Emerald Jason. That doesn't make sense to you. He'll talk about some of that stuff in a minute. You got Jason and Lexi and me and Dee Dee and Mike and all these people on here, and some of them in different countries, just opening, that have done it. What does that mean to you? That means you can do it. That's what that means. You can do it too. Stop watching and start working. I'm going to leave it at that, right? Stop watching and start working. So with that being said, Jason, are you with me?
I am with you. Thank you very much.
All right, there's Jason. I'm fired up today, man. I think I drank too much of this coffee here. I'm not sure.
There's no such thing. No.
I got it right here. Yeah. Yeah. And hey, listen, that coffee made people rich. I don't know what country you're in watching this, but man, just that coffee alone made some people rich. Not saying you're going to get rich, income disclosure and all that, but it's certainly possible. Right,
Yeah,
Jason?
absolutely. I mean, we like track records here. I mean, that's why I got excited about the caps, right? I mean, it had track record.
All right,
It's not
without
like they're
further
rolling
ado,
the
let me
dice.
introduce you, Jason.
That's me.
Beautiful Cape Coral, Florida. Going to step in and talk about getting started and some other things here. I like this slide too. So Jason, why don't you tell your story real quick? Jason from Emerald executive from Cape Coral, Florida. Take it away.
Sure. Yeah, before I do that, Mitch, just be aware I got a little warning here on my internet being a little unstable. So if you have to take over, take over. It's
Oh,
all
I'll
good.
jump in.
Yep,
Yeah.
there you go.
Or Lexi, somebody will.
Yeah, it doesn't happen very often, but here we are, of course, trying to get a Zoom banged out. And but yeah, I had a nice little run. Shannon and I had a nice little run from 2011, 2015, and in the network marketing space. Had some success, had some failures, had some ridiculously wicked failures towards the end. So we stepped away for about 7 years. Didn't mean it. We didn't look or maybe occupy a position here and there, but I think the frustrations that I had seen before that crept in whenever I did that. And I was just like, see, this is why I just can't stand this industry. Too many things that happened that I just didn't care for, and you couldn't control. Not that I'm a control freak, but you want a certain level of predictability when it comes to this stuff. And that's why when Mitch said, people got rich with the coffee before and with the X caps before, it's a track record. You're not going to pull a good product, for example, okay, that's got a track record like that. So that was part of the big decision for me to actually get back involved again, like Mitch. I was also told about this at the beginning where Mike couldn't tell me what this was. And if you're, from my perspective, if you're someone who's already kind of soured on the industry, that's probably the last thing you want to tell someone. I can't tell you, but it's big. That to me at that point was like, you might as well pull the rug out from under me before we even get started, But then when I found out what it was, and I made the decision solely based off this, and we've like Mitch said, we added the coffee, Lexi went over the travel, and we've got a multitude of other marketplace products, more that are coming in. But it was the caps for me. I love track record. And when it came down to working with the people that were involved, Andy and Nancy Burling, had a good, experience with them 10 years prior. I was like, wow, I think I'm going to have to do this one. So I was in, and I did a little trust but verify test on the product. First tab, got results. It was a little organized, kind of like not as cool as Lexi's, but organized enough that it gave me hope like we had something here. Okay. And that's why I jumped in and got running. So if you were given a choice to receive $1 million today or the result of a penny doubled every day for 30 days, which one would you choose? And I'd like you to think about Lexi's graph about timing, because that's what this is going to represent here. And Mitch, let's just go to the next slide. We'll ruin the surprise. We'll get right to it. So when you see that 1 through basically 14 days there, when you think about Lexi's slide, that's the beginning part there, right? That's that part where it's like when the airplane takes off, it takes more fuel to get it going, to finally get that thing to start pulling off the ground. It's that phase. So like day 14, you're like, geez, I started with a penny, it's $81, but it's 14 days in, 2 weeks, I ain't rich yet. Are you going to quit, or are you going to keep duplicating? If you were smart and you saw that how this was working, you would see that the next 7 days went from 81.92 to day 21, over $10,000. That's the part where you start to see that momentum break in Lexi's graph, right? That's that point. Okay. And that's the point. You're before that point. Okay. That's the timing. Now, if you, again, are critically smart, you realize that day 21 to day 30 is just going to be incredible. And that's that hard pull where the airplane is taken off. It starts to gain real altitude. It probably has attitude too. Probably need a little attitude just to get it off the ground, right? But if you do that, day 30, you're at over $5 million when you start with a penny from day one. That's the whole principle behind network marketing, sharing experiences, sharing products verbally. Just play the numbers game. Not saying you're going to make $5 million in a month, obviously, like Mitch said, but I think you understand the point here. So the best form of advertising is the word of mouth, as long as you keep opening your mouth. So there's 6 ways to get paid here at MPGXtreme. You got retail sales profit. You can do that in your back office, or you can do belly to belly, hand it across the table. Online retail sales and commissions. I think we've got, I'm going off memory here, fast start bonuses. Your team commissions at the start of the binary is 30,000 a week. That where they capped it at. I mean, that's, hey, is that enough for you? I don't know. Check match bonus 7 levels, up to 7 levels bonus. And it gets really significantly interesting. We'll get into that here in a second. Once you get into the check match, and then there's a 3% diamond bonus pool that we just came up with. Okay, so fast start bonuses, $20 up to $80, depending on your kit, you guys. We do recommend if you are going to build, go ahead and get yourself a gold pack. Why? Well, because it gets you paid as a gold for 60 days from your start date. It gives you plenty of time to actually get qualified as a gold as you build. So the huge income potential, this is the part that we were just kind of talking about. I want you to picture a 2-team system. So you're sitting here like this, like you're the ISR there at the top, call that a business center. Left and right, okay? You have to sponsor somebody left and right to get qualified in this section of the pay plan, okay? And that's what's called bronze. So each product has a point value, a commissionable volume. You're going to see interchangeable terms. It could be personal volume, could be business volume. Some of those are interchangeable. There's a slide at the end that kind of shares with that at discovermpg.com if you wanted to see it in total. All that volume flows up to that business center that Mitch was just circling. And that's how you get paid. Okay, so you must be bronze at this point to participate in this part of the plan. This is the part where you can earn up to $30,000 a week in team commission. Okay, but how that works is each 100 points, okay, that's points, you know, that are associated with the products that are moved. Each time you get 100 points left and right that come up to that business center, that's what's called a cycle. Okay, and you can earn up to $20 per cycle bonus depending on rank. If you're a bronze, it's 10. But again, like I said, if you become a gold member right out of the gate, you'll be paid $20. And so there's a little bit of strategy here at the beginning. So the goal is to kind of keep that binary, right? The team structure balanced. Okay. It is global. You know, it doesn't matter where you go, whatever country that you're in, you can sign people up as long as we're in the drop-down menu and have our paperwork in order. You can start in that country. Okay. Also, it's a carryover binary too, you guys. As long as you're active and doing your 50 points, it won't flush. So executive check match, let's just use an example here. You can see the levels that you're going to need to be at to get a certain level of check match, but let's just use gold as an example because you can purchase a gold kit and do this right out of the gate. So let's say I sponsored Lexi, which I did, and she sponsors Mitch, which she did not, but it's a good example for this story. Okay, so let's say that Lexi goes out and makes $1,000 her first week, and Mitch does the same exact thing, and you came in as a gold kit. So Lexi did $1,000. That would entitle you to a $200 check. Mitch's $1,000, even though you did not sponsor Mitch, Lexi did, and you're active, right? You got your gold pack that month. You would be entitled to another $100, not out of their checks, on top of their checks. So for an extra, you sponsor 2 people like that, you get an extra $300 right out of the gate. How nice is that?
Oops. Hang on.
You got
There
her,
we go.
Mitch. You got her. All right, so this is coming soon. It's about to be dropped. Okay, so there's going to be a Zoom on Saturday. This coming Saturday, March 2nd, you're going to want to get back to the person that invited you here. If you're live with us today, and make sure you get a hold of that Zoom link. mpg.live is the link, but the time frames and everything are on the flyer. And some of these trips I think are going to start to be announced. Okay, and we can peel off that coming soon because they're going to be real. Okay, so that's going to be cool. So they're going to be diamond trips basically based on rank or sales, however they want to do it. You're just going to have to meet some qualifications, but that trip will be on corporate. I mean, how cool is that? I mean, you earn it and they're going to fly you all over the place. And I'm here to tell you, these trips are going to get very, very interesting. And on top of that, you go diamond, you get a 3% bonus out of the global CV. And we've got diamonds on this call right now. I know who they are. And 3% of the global CV has been pretty significant. And we're not going to limit you to the number of diamonds either. If you've got 10 legs, you can have 10 different diamonds. So how do you get started with us here at MPGXtreme? all starts at the beginning. That's crazy, I know, but really a Captain Obvious statement. So I want you to consider this strategy, okay? Because we're dealing with a two-team system, there is an opportunity that is, once it's presented to you, you can either take it or you can lose it, okay? So you saw by that structure that there are people that are placed inside the binary in that two-team system. So if you're here, the next person that comes in, whether they're sponsored by you or not, comes in below. So there's a little strategy here. Do you want to be first, or do you want to take a chance and, him and ha, and, maybe it'll still work out, or do you want to get in right away, get your spot, get started, and then everything that happens above you needs to be placed underneath you. You can take advantage of that, because that volume goes up to your business center as well. Okay. So that's the whole concept there. So if you make the decision today, you're in first. If you wait, Chuck, Mary, and Larry, and whoever else was in that example could be ahead of you once you make your decision. So here's how the Africa product packs look. Okay. We have a $99 pack that's based with X caps and mini motos. And we also have a premium pack that is $200 with a few more X caps and mini motos. Oh, and you want to make sure you guys understand it's $29.95 here in the United States to get started. But we do have a nice little bump for you guys in the African markets. We chop off $20. It's $9.95 for your year, and you get 2 replicated websites in your back office and everything. Really low price for our African friends. The Freedom Builder Gold Pack, again, this is kind of where you're going to want to be if you're really serious about building. You got a lot of samples there. You've got a lot of product to, build your own testimony. Okay. And it's highly, highly retailable. You guys, you can sell most of this pack and make your money back in your first month. You just have to get after it. So if somebody offers you an amazing opportunity and you're not sure you can do it, or you're not familiar with the concept, for example, just say yes and get in and figure it out. Learn how to do it later. Learn how to do it on the fly. This team does presentations, trainings. The corporate office does trainings and opportunity calls every week. You don't have to be an expert. Just get in, plug in, and you'll figure it out along the way, just like the rest of us did. So, steps to your success. First thing you want to do is get back to the person that invited you to this Zoom link, or the person that shared this with you on YouTube. Get their link. Make sure it is their link, though. Okay, make sure their name's at the top. You're going to want to select a country from the drop-down menu. You're going to see the United States flag there with a little down arrow. Click that down arrow. All the countries that we're involved with are going to show up there for you. Just make sure you select yours. Then you select Join Now once it goes into your countries format. Enter your bio and your info. Typically, it's going to be email first, then name, address, phone number, and all of that other stuff. Then you're going to want to select the pack that's appropriate for you. Again, keep in mind, if you're going to build this and you want to get started fast, I recommend Gold Pack or higher, Gold Pack to Freedom Pack. And then you're going to want to set up your auto ship. Nobody gets out of their 50 CV a month. I recommend auto ship. You can sell it too, but I recommend auto ship because how can you, word of mouth advertising if you're not using the product? Right? So use the product, use it every month, and then share your experiences. Then all you have to do after that is enter your payment information and you're set. That's it. You're up and running. So it's not just these weekly meetings that we do. We have, nationwide meetings as well. I noticed that we've got Martin on us on our Zoom here today. We're having a big African event that he's going to be speaking at. Our first international event that's coming up in May. I think it's 17th and 18th. We've had several events here in the United States getting things going. Live webinar trainings every week with Double Diamond Mike Renz. Okay. We do these Africa calls every week. And I know there was a few of you that had your hand raised. Typically we do these at, noon Central, 1 p.m. Eastern time to get a recording. And then if you have questions, we are more than willing to set up a Zoom for you privately after that. Just get back to the person that invited you here and let them know you've got questions, and we can certainly do that for you. So
Jason.
80%, say that again, Mitch?
No, go ahead. I was just gonna say, why don't we see if we can get Martin to unmute for 60 seconds or so. Hey,
Right on.
Martin, Martin in South Africa, the first diamond in all of Africa. I don't know if you're in a place where you could unmute, but you're certainly welcome. Come on here and say hello to everybody. Hello, sir.
Oh, yes. Thank you. Thank you
First
so much for
diamond
having
in
me.
all of Africa. Welcome.
Welcome,
Thank
Martin.
you. Thank you.
Welcome. You mind sharing for 30 or 60 seconds what you see going on here?
Yeah, sure. Why not? So thank you so much for that amazing presentation. Yes, my name is Martin Ndiho. I am Ugandan, but currently dialing in all the way from Accra, Ghana. And I came here a couple of days ago. I'm going to be here for some time and obviously building MPGXtreme. And because of the excitement that I have with the products, I've tested literally all the 3 product verticals. The X caps for the cars, I've used this in my car and gotten tremendous results. I've used the travel platform, booked hotels, booked flights, gotten crazy discounts. And for the coffee, I've been taking the coffee for the last 10 months, and I'm down, for us, we do it in kilograms. So I'm down 6 kilograms. Now that's amazing because I've been trying to fight that and it was a hard nut to crack. But with this coffee, it comes easily. And obviously, on the compensation plan side of things, I'm currently at the diamond rank. And I'm so excited about the call that is coming up on Saturday with the new enhancements. I just can't wait. But we are here, we are rocking. I'm here with the country manager for Ghana, right there, Chris. And we are planning on how to literally take over this place. So thank you so much for having me on the call.
Thank you, Martin. Yeah, after that, you guys, it's really just a matter of spreading the word, right? Like the example we gave with the penny doubled every day for 30 days. Keep opening your mouth, okay? So where do you see yourself? I know on some of the corporate calls, we do a 1 through 10. On the Zooms here, we're going to do an ABC. So what gets you excited? You want to be a distributor? You want to make some retail money? You know, keep it simple. You have some simple demands, simple income needs. We can do that. Do you want to be a distributor, build a team around the world and change your life potentially and change the others around you? Well, we're seeing it already. We absolutely can do that for you. The timing is right. Or C, and we don't make light of customers. We need customers. The product works. You're more than welcome to come on board as a customer and enjoy the benefits of the product without, you know, building the business. Okay. So whatever you see yourself as, get back with the person that invited you today or that shared this Zoom that's on YouTube. Get back to that person and just let them know how, you know, what you're excited about, and they'll help you get started. Okay. So thank you everybody for attending today. I'm going to hand it back to our host, Mitch, and he's going to wrap things up. Thanks, everybody.
All right. Hey, thanks, Jason. It was great to hear from Martin, South Africa, Africa's first diamond. Want to congratulate the gentleman, if he's on here or watching, from Ghana. First platinum, just opened Ghana, first platinum in Ghana. That's exciting. Daniel, I guess, right? And so like Jason said, you know, get back to the person that invited you. Before I end this, I'm going to see if I can hand this over to Mr. Michael Renz for a brief word. Mr. Renz, you with us?
Yeah, Mitch. Hey, if you would, I'm going to do something a little outside the box here, guys. If you could drop the screen, hand me the screen for a couple minutes and get all the cameras up. I want to share some pretty heavy information with everybody if you could.
Sure thing. There we go.
All right. Well, welcome everybody here. I can tell you why we're having the success that we are as a community that's built, the trust that's built. We don't cross-line recruit. We're a team. We work together. And just a quick story. This was my first company, was this MPG cap. This product here did 350 million between 2005 and 2008. My sponsors made $2.3 million. And if you look at that in today's economy, that's knocking on the doors of $1 billion in sales. And ladies and gentlemen, that's billions of caps sold. You look at the coffee side of things, we shipped it to South Africa. It's going to be going into Ghana and all the other markets. Mitch and myself know 3 women that became $1 million annual earners marketing the coffee into the Philippines market. These are facts. What we did, 6.5 million our first year, is a massive number. And I'm just going to show you a couple things. Can you hand me the screen, Mitch, so I can pull up something here?
Yeah, hang on one quick second.
You guys are going to get a little treat today here. So, okay, so screen share. You need to really take note, because here's what's happening, guys and gals. We had a little challenges with Nigeria with the Naira, but all the other markets in Africa are running smooth as silk. All credit cards, all payment, distribution, registrations, more company offices coming, and we got the infrastructure in play. And what you got to understand here, it's not just about that. It's that you're open before the entire EU opens. 28 more countries coming. And you have to take massive action. I've been on with people, oh, let's wait, let's see what happens. The early bird gets the worm. And what I want to share with you here is 30 days ago, we enrolled a guy with Mr. John Hill. You see him right here. And he went platinum his first day, and he set up, he'll be going sapphire, potentially ruby, emerald, diamond his second month. They are on a mission. It's game over. And he's the first leader to actually hold meetings in the Philippines. And what's important there, he set the bar, and he's creating ranks and duplication in his group. And this is going to attack all across Southeast Asia. Fact. In FFI, the 350 million, half them sales were Asia. And I'm going to show you exactly why. His sponsor, Mr. John Hill, New Ruby. You're going to see John go Emerald Diamond. It's going to have March is going to be a big, big month. Company's going in a full blown momentum, and you're either going to sit and watch it happen, or you're going to be a part of the momentum. There's no option of the matter. When we launched here, I put 28 people in. I worked day and night, 28 days, went diamond, double diamond my first month, and it was doable with 28 people. 28 people turned to 530 days. So, with that being said, all these countries that are open, look at Africa, Zambia, Uganda, right? South Africa, Rwanda just opened. Nigeria is open, Mozambique, Ghana, right? Botswana. That's just the beginning, ladies and gentlemen. You're going to hear about more about all this on Saturday. But look at the Europe countries. The only one fully open is United Kingdom. The rest of them are just being built in. Romania, right? Netherlands, just being built in with travel before we officially launch. The question is, I know for a fact everybody on this Zoom right now from Africa knows people in Europe. You got the first mover advantage, and what you do with this is the important part. Talk is cheap. We do these Zooms every Thursday. You invite people to these Zooms. Right after the Zoom, I got a follow-up Zoom with the leader on here with 6 people, and we double back and we follow up. We invite to these Zooms, we follow up. Mr. Yap is now our international marketing director in charge of Africa and Southeast Asia. And I'm here to tell you, he will secure the foundations in all of Africa. Every country we were in, he will dominate to get our company brand of the MPG product and our coffee and more products to come done. And he's going to be in South Africa for our official launch event in Johannesburg, South Africa at Emperor's Palace, May 17th and 18th. And if you're on this Zoom right now, you have a 14 weeks to take action, hit rank, cancel your summer vacation, and make the plan to be there. There will only be one launch. And Mr. Yap and Randy Tynert will be there along with the team leaders that will be there. You have the opportunity of a lifetime with a real US-based company, a real registration of products, real registration of the company, investing into your market to secure your future and not put you in harm's way. This Saturday event coming along here is where you're going to win or you're going to lose. You can either attend by yourself, or you can get on the horn and you can load as many people on this Zoom, corporate Zoom, announcements, product announcements, country announcements. And there's an announcement coming live on this call that even like our diamond bonus, companies don't do what we're doing till they're at 100 million. We're way ahead of the game, right? This is a long-term play to secure your future. And we understand in Nigeria, all across Africa, money deals, scams, crypto deals, the Asian companies that come in and sell Me Too products. This is a game changer opportunity. And now here's the big one. If you have not really dug in to realize that this little tablet you put in this little pack can be retailed extremely cheap. You don't have to sell somebody $100 worth of product to try it. You don't got to get them a PhD in medicine to believe it's going to help them. You simply drop this little tablet in a generator moped KK, and the result is there. And in Africa, your fuel, I'm just going to say it, is as bad as the Philippines and Asia. You got crappy fuel. And our price point here, so I'll use Philippines as an example. They're about $5 a gallon US. And at 20%, it's $1 savings. And that's about our results here. In the Philippines right now, I'm going to play something for you. Listen really closely, because everybody in Africa, this is the same deal. What you're going to hear here, you listen really careful, and the proof is in the pudding. This gentleman speaking right here is not somebody just testing our product or happy to join our company. This is a government official out of the Philippines, and listen what he says. And this ain't a test in a motorcycle or a car. This is trucks, automobiles, motorcycles, mopeds, and just listen to the number that his study tests. And this is massive volume for your paycheck.
Usually consume 14 liters. 14 liters, no? Yes, premium gasoline. Now with X-Cup. Oh, with MPGXtreme. MPGXtreme. From Valencia to Cagayan de Oro, it's only 8 liters. So saving of 6 liters, that is 42%. Saving. Bago ko lang gagamit. So, kung tag 60 ang per liter na to karon, 60 ang per liter, 40%, mahulog na lang na 30 kapil na itong gasolina.
Pero Dok, ni mahal dito Dok, 67 na.
Okay.
All right, so with that being said, you have the same situation in Africa right now. I know your fuel's the same deal. We know what goes on in Africa. So if I was to give you, pay you $5 at the pump to pay for that gallon, and every time you put a gallon in, I gave you $2 back, would that be a good deal? That's money in people's pocket for buying the fuel they buy anyway. We're tapping into the fuel industry. How big is it? There's nothing bigger. Helping people save money. You can make money by helping people save money. And 40%. Now you look at Europe right now, it's $7 to $8 a gallon in the UK. It's $11 a gallon in Hong Kong. In Hong Kong, we're talking $4.50 savings. Do you see what I'm saying here? So if you're in the business or not in the business, it's a very no-brainer to join or not join. But if you are in the business taking action, once in a lifetime, you may be lucky enough to run across the right company at the right time with the right product, with the right people, and either you seize the moment or you're going to hear about it later on. Make no mistake, 2024, this company will be doing 20 to 50 million. My guess, I believe we're going to create 50 diamonds this year. And you're either going to watch it happen or you're going to make it happen. We're counting on your leadership to go build this company. And make no mistake, a year, 2, 3 years from now, you're going to look back and say, man, thank God that I did. This is going to bless a lot of people, and the end user of the product that will sell without the opportunity is a person that wins. You can put a little bit of money back in people's pocket to help them survive and have more. And if you go out and you serve people and you help people and you put your people first, you're going to win. But if you're a selfish person, all about me, what can I do, and not caring about your people, this probably ain't for you. So with that being said, I'm going to hand it back to you, Mitch. I appreciate everybody being on. Let us know what we can do to help you. And I'm just going to tell you this: leaders lead, followers follow. And there's a leader on here right now, right after this Zoom. You know who you are. You've already got a meeting scheduled with me with 6-year leaders that are on here right now. That's what leaders do. They lead by example and they teach and duplicate. So thank you to everybody. Mitch, I'm going to hand it back to you. Amazing teamwork, guys. Have a great day, everybody. Make it
Lexi, thank
built for the
you.
event.
Jason, thank you. Martin, thank you. Michael, thank you, of course. I'm glad everybody was here. If you're watching this as a recording on YouTube, please like, share, and subscribe to this channel. And be sure, if this is intriguing, don't sit on this. Don't think about it forever. Some of you have known about it for a long time. Get to work and it'll be worth your while. Can it be done? Absolutely. How do we know that? Well, Daniel in Ghana, right? Just got started. The gentlemen, people in Philippines just got started. And they were in no different position than you not too long ago. God bless. Have a great morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you are in the world. Take care.